Today we're diving deep into the Pittsburgh Steelers roster and focusing on 6 key players who are up for free agency next season but might just earn contract extensions if the front office finds the price right. The Steelers have a lot to consider as they approach the offseason, especially with how important some of these guys are to the team's future success. Among them, the biggest headline continues to be around TJ Watt, arguably the heart and soul of this defense, and arguably the most crucial piece the Steelers have if they want to keep contending in the years ahead. TJ Watt has become synonymous with Pittsburgh's defensive identity. The chatter in Steelers Nation this offseason revolves heavily around whether the team will finally get this contract done and what that deal might look like. The reality is that the situation feels eerily similar to last year's negotiations, with Cam Hayward and Pat Fryermuth, where the discussions dragged on and weren't fully resolved until training camp was underway. It wouldn't be surprising if Watt's extension followed the same trajectory, with both sides holding firm on their valuations as the season looms closer. That kind of back and forth isn't unusual in the NFL, especially for players of Watt's caliber who can command a premium in today's market. Speaking of the market, everything changed dramatically when Myles Garrett inked that massive $40 million per year contract with the Cleveland Browns earlier this offseason. That deal essentially reset the bar for edge rushers across the league, forcing teams like the Steelers to reconsider their valuations if they want to keep elite talent like Watt. It's a tough pill to swallow for Pittsburgh because waiting on Watt to sign now means potentially having to pay a much higher price than they would have even 6 months ago. But despite the sticker shock, the Steelers simply can't afford to lose him. He's that important. Watt's impact on the field goes beyond just sacks and tackles for loss. When he's healthy and playing at his peak, the Steelers become a completely different team. Opponents score significantly fewer points per game, the defense racks up more sacks and turnovers, and the overall win percentage improves dramatically. It's not just about defensive stats either. The offense tends to perform better when Watt's wreaking havoc on the other side of the ball, because opposing teams have to game plan differently knowing there's a relentless pass rusher constantly threatening their quarterback. Last season provides a perfect case study on just how vital TJ Watt is. Before his ankle injury against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Steelers were winning at a respectable clip. After he went down, the team didn't win another game. The defense started allowing significantly more points per game, recorded fewer sacks, and created far fewer turnovers. Watt attempted to push through his injury, but he was clearly not at full strength, and it showed in the team's overall performance. Steelers fans already understand intuitively how critical a healthy TJ Watt is to their chances of success. He's more than a player, he's a game changer. As the Steelers look ahead, the clock is ticking. If they want to avoid a difficult situation, they'll need to get this done before Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys finalize their own mega deal. Imagine if Parsons signs something north of $42 million per year and suddenly Watt's price goes up even further. The Steelers could find themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place financially. At the same time, though, TJ Watt is the kind of impact player who deserves that kind of investment. He's been the driving force behind much of the defense's success, and without him, Pittsburgh's aspirations for another Super Bowl ring look much dimmer. The Steelers organization has always been proud of its ability to build through the hand, draft and maintain a competitive team without breaking the bank. But some players represent exceptions to that rule, and Watt is clearly one of them. Paying up for elite defensive talent is a necessity if the franchise wants to maintain its identity as a tough, physical, and hard-to-beat team. The message here is clear. The Steelers have to prioritize locking Watt down because he's the cornerstone of everything they hope to achieve in the near future. But TJ Watt isn't the only player whose future is up in the air. Another name that deserves attention is Jaylen Warren, the running back who's become a fan favorite thanks to his relentless effort and versatility. Warren is the kind of player who brings a unique blend of skills to the table. He's an excellent pass protector, highly reliable on third down as a receiving back, and has a remarkable ability to gain yards after contact. Since 2022, Warren has consistently ranked among the best in the league in advanced metrics like explosive run rate and yards per carry, proving he's no fluke but a highly efficient and productive back. Despite these impressive stats, Warren doesn't demand top-tier running back money. which makes him an attractive candidate for a long-term deal if he's willing to accept the number 2 running back role behind Caleb Johnson, who is expected to develop into the team's primary back. Warren's skill set and work ethic make him a natural fit for the Steelers' offense, especially if the price is right. While he might not be the flashy star, his consistent production and ability to contribute in multiple phases of the game make him a valuable piece worth keeping. Moving on to the defensive side again, DeShawn Elliott's performance last season did not go unnoticed. Elliott signed a relatively inexpensive 2-year deal, but made a strong case for a contract extension after logging over 100 tackles and playing a key role in the Steelers' secondary. He was especially effective in coverage breaking, up 6 passes, and providing solid run support as a strong safety. Elliott's tackling reliability and versatility fit perfectly with Pittsburgh's defensive scheme, making him a player they would be wise to retain. The price tag will be a crucial factor, but if the Steelers can keep him for a reasonable salary, he's definitely worth locking up. On the offensive side, Calvin Austin III has quietly become a key contributor in the wide receiver core. Often overshadowed by bigger names like DK Metcalf, Austin brings a unique skill set as a speedy, agile receiver who thrives on creating separation and making tough catches. His quickness and ability to elude press coverage make him more effective outside than in the slot, challenging the common perception that smaller receivers only excel inside. Austin's style reminds many of Brandon Cooks in his prime, a deep threat with excellent route running ability and reliable hands. While he might not be the best blocker in the system, his ability to stretch defenses and create explosive plays in passing situations makes him a valuable asset, potentially worth a contract in the neighborhood of $10 million per year. Then there's Isaac Seumalo, the veteran guard who anchors the offensive line with leadership and consistency. Although he's edging toward the later stages of his career, Seumalo has been one of the most reliable guards in football for years, regularly earning high grades from analysts. Injuries limited his availability last season, but when healthy, he ranks among the top offensive linemen in the league. The Steelers clearly value his presence both on the field and in the locker room, and a short-term extension at the right price would make sense for both parties. His leadership and experience are critical as Pittsburgh continues to develop its offensive front. Finally, we come to Miles Killebrew, a special teams ace whose value often flies under the radar. While he might not be a household name for most fans, Killebrew is a vital presence on the roster. Known for his exceptional work in blocking punts, he's recorded more blocked punts than nearly every other player in the league since he entered. The NFL. Special teams often get overlooked, but for the Steelers, that phase of the game has always been a priority. And Killebrew embodies the toughness and dedication that define Pittsburgh's identity. He's also a team captain and a respected locker room leader who wants to stay with the Steelers long term. For a relatively modest price, extending Killebrew would maintain that critical part of the team culture. All in all, while TJ Watt clearly stands out as the biggest name and the most impactful player who must be retained, the Steelers have several other candidates worth considering for extensions this offseason. Whether it's locking down young contributors like Jaylen Warren and Calvin Austin, or veterans like Isaac Seumalo and DeShawn Elliot who bring stability and experience, the front office has important decisions ahead, balancing the salary cap. While keeping these players happy will be challenging, but it's essential for Pittsburgh to remain competitive. The question now is, which of these players, aside from Watt, will actually be extended? The Steelers won't extend everyone, but each has made a case for why they could be valuable long-term pieces. The fans will certainly have their opinions on who deserves a new deal, and the team's management will have to weigh those opinions against financial realities. One thing is clear though, these extensions could define the Steelers' direction in the near future, shaping the roster for the upcoming seasons and influencing their chances of making another deep playoff run. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are swirling around Pittsburgh as word spreads that Allen Lazard, the versatile wide receiver, has reportedly arrived at the Steelers' headquarters, sparking intense speculation about a potential 4-year deal. While nothing has been officially confirmed by the team, insiders hint that the Steelers are seriously considering adding Lazard to their roster, a move that could inject new energy into their offense. Lazard, known for his reliable hands and impressive route running, has been a notable figure in the NFL, consistently demonstrating the ability to stretch the field and make crucial plays. His arrival at the Steelers facility, whether for negotiations or a physical, has fans and analysts buzzing about what this could mean for the team's offensive dynamics in the upcoming seasons. The prospect of a 4-year contract suggests a significant investment, indicating that Pittsburgh might be aiming to rebuild and strengthen their receiving core around experienced and dependable talent. The Steelers have faced challenges in maintaining a consistent offensive threat, and adding Lazard could be a strategic attempt to address these gaps. His experience and versatility might offer quarterback options beyond the current lineup, potentially revitalizing Pittsburgh's passing game. The rumored deal length also points to the franchise's desire for stability and long-term planning, which could resonate well with fans eager for a return to the team's winning ways. Although the NFL rumor mill often churns with speculative news, the timing and details surrounding Lazard's visit add credibility to the chatter. Should this signing materialize, it could mark a pivotal moment for the Steelers as they prepare for the future. For now, supporters and commentators alike will watch closely, waiting for official announcements while imagining the possibilities that Allen Lazard's presence could bring to Pittsburgh's gridiron ambitions. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.